Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Dark Anime Robin. In this video, I'll be unboxing, assembling, and reviewing the model kit of Pokemon Meowscarada, and this set is manufactured by Bandai. Let's start by checking out some details from the case here. And on the front, we have the picture of the assembled Meowscarada model here. And here it's showing us, like most if not all Pokemon model kit nowadays, you do not need cutting tools to remove the pieces from their frame. You just need to snap them off. And again, we have a couple back and front pictures of the Meowscarada model once they're assembled, and looks like the set comes with its own display stand. On this side, we have a picture of all the pieces and the picture of the instruction manual here on the set, as well as its sticker. Now, let's get this open. So, we'll have to open it by remove the bands securing the box here. Have the pieces in the plastic bags here. And here's our instruction manual. Here we have all the pieces laid out with the instruction manual and the stickers. So again, the beginning of the instruction is basically telling us how you can just snap off the pieces of these frames here to start put them together. And again, we're given a picture of the completed model here, and the instruction begins showing us how to put which pieces to put the head together with. And this part looks interesting, so this is kind of showing us this different kind of sticker which you can put on to determine the direction of the gaze or the eyes you want the Meowscarada to have. And then it's slowly putting up like the hair on the head. Or the back. It's like pretty much like a cloak. And then put the head onto the body. And now this is starting to assembling the legs. By following all these steps, we'll eventually get the completed Meowscarada model here. Then another intriguing part is showing us, so looks like we can put a little flower together to attach with the transparency support piece here. So it looks like there's a flower floating around Meowscarada. So now let's start the assembly. So we start by, per instruction manual, we start with these two pieces first, and as you see, they can be easily snapped off the frame. Then just put them together, and this is how I'm gonna assemble the rest of the model Here we have most of the head parts assembled. So now here things gets a little tricky where you have to make a choice. So now you have two set of eye sticker you have to pick that you want to put on for Meowscarada's eyes here. And there are two mouth pieces, which again you want to either have Meowscarada appear as have its mouth closed or open like that. And for the purpose at the moment, I'm gonna choose sticker 2 and 3 and the closed mouth. And let's see if we can change the mouthpiece later. Here we have the head parts completed after applying the eye stickers and the mouthpiece. And now here we have the main body part assembled, and now we're gonna attach the head onto the neck here. Here we go. And next I'm gonna start working on the legs. Now here we have the Meowscarada's two legs assembled, and all we have to do now is attach them to the main body here. Looks like the figure doesn't stand on its own well, but it can be managed. I guess that's the reason why it needs a stand. Now let's start piecing up the arms together. And here we have the arms, and again we just have to simply attach them on. Though can be kind of tricky here. Yeah, a little slippery. There we go. And with this, we have finished assembling the main Meowscarada model. And now we have to assemble the display stand and the flower effect part. And here we have the Meowscarada model along with its display stand and the flower effect part. Before putting them together, let's quickly explore this model's articulation. So you can move its head about only 45 degrees to the left, and it also can move to the right very well, although it looks like you have to tilt it a bit in order to fully turn the head. And it can also do like nodding move here, but it cannot really look up and down. And it has a kind of fragile attachment of its shoulder. You can move it almost freely, but if you press it too hard, you'll just simply dislocate the whole arm. That's probably the weakest part of this model. And you can see the claw, which is represented by a sticker. The arm has decent articulation as well. So do the legs. And the most flexible and articulate part of this whole model is likely its anchor joint. this articulation allows you to keep the model on its feet without like the need of the display stand. However, it's not very well balanced, which is why if you really want to display this model, you have to connect it to the stand here. It can be a tiresome task trying to keep this model on its feet without the assistance of the display stand, but it can be done. And you can also connect it to the display stand without connecting the flower first, like this. And if you do want the flowers to be besides the Meowscarada model, you have to attach the flower on first. And then connect the display stand. This way, it'll be like we have the flower floating next to Meowscarada's head here. Now, one more thing we can try here is let's take out the head first and see if we can make exchange of the mouth parts so that we'll have the mouth that's open and display Meowscarada's fangs. It appears we can. So like most Pokemon model kit, this product resembles the Pokemon character it's based on very well. And with it, we have the option of display Meowscarada with his cat mouth closed or open with the ultimate part here. And again, the most special feature in this model is having the flower that's supported by the transparency support arm here, so which simulates like a flower floating next to Meowscarada. So this should be a good item for collectors or Pokemon fans who like to be able to display Meowscarada this way. But beware of its weakness, that it doesn't have very strong shoulder structure, so whenever you're trying to pose with this model, its arm movement can be tricky. That whenever you try to move them, it's very easy to just pull the arms out of the shoulder socket. And that without the support of the display stand, this figure can hardly stand on its own. So those are the main challenge to work with this model kit set. But the upside, it still has enough articulation to put on some beautiful displays, and besides, it's arms and legs and head. You can still move the flower to certain position as long as the support part allows it. But again, it can be a bit challenging. Try to work with these articulations. But once you got the hang of it, you can make the model look really beautiful and good. One other tricky part to consider for getting this set would be you want to decide which set of eyes you want the Meowscarada to display on this model. There doesn't seem to be huge significance between the two. So, but if you care detail a lot, you might want to try to compare really hard with what I showed in this video and decide for yourself. And overall, if this should be a good collectible to any fan who loves Meowscarada. This marks the end of my review for this set. Thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click like and subscribe to my channel. And please check out other videos from my channel. If you have any question, please leave them in the comment section. I will answer with the best of my knowledge and ability.